Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Chemistry Unfolded. Today we are going to study about solid state chemistry. We'll study the basic formulas, what all you need to know for any entrance exam. Basically you will get two parts of this chapter and after that you will get to solve a lot of questions. Doing that is more than sufficient for any exam. So let's get started. First, to introduce this chapter, we need to know what is a crystal lattice. A crystal lattice is a three-dimensional arrangement of lattice points in space. Okay, and what's a unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest unit of the crystal lattice, which repeats itself in every possible direction. So to say which is a crystal lattice, this entire unit is your crystal lattice and your unit cell is this small position which is repeating itself in every possible direction. That is, this unit cell, if you see, it's here is one unit cell, here you see another unit cell, like one small cube over here there is a unit cell. Okay, and combining all those unit cells, what you get is a crystal lattice, which is three-dimensional. Now, coordination number. Number of neighboring particles is the coordination number, as we have seen in coordination compounds. Now, when it comes to solid state, we will study about ionic solids. So that time what you need to see? If the oppositely charged ions, like if you have sodium, what you will look at? Surrounding oppositely charged chloride ions. Calcium fluoride. If you see calcium, you have to see the surrounding fluoride ions. That is called coordination number. You will get to see the pictures in the later slide. Now, interfacial angles. From the name itself, you can understand. Interfacial. Interfacial meaning angle between two faces. Now, see, you can easily see this angle is between two faces. Here you have one angle. Here you have one angle. Here you have one angle. That is, everywhere between two faces you get to see an angle. That is called interfacial angle. As I told you, coordination number, you need to see the oppositely charged ion. Now, those marked in red are your sodium ions. Now, to see the coordination number of sodium, you need to see the oppositely charged chloride ion surrounding it. So, how many chlorides are surrounding one sodium? So, if I consider this particular sodium, I'll show you how to find. Here you have one chloride. This is one sodium. This is another chloride. Sorry, one chloride, two chloride, three chloride. Now you see the figure continues down. So here somewhere you will see another chloride. That is, each sodium is surrounded by four chloride ions. Similarly, if I consider one chloride, it will be surrounded by four sodium ions. That means the coordination number of sodium is 4 and chloride is also 4. Now if I see this calcium fluoride, here calcium, you have to see how many sides it is surrounded to. Calcium plus 2. And fluoride, how many sides it is surrounded to. So that's your homework. You look at the figure, find out how many fluoride ions are surrounding calcium and how many are surrounding fluoride. So that is how you have to find the coordination number of calcium fluoride. That's the homework. So coming up, you need to know the structure of tube very well. Based on that, the entire solid state chemistry lies. So if you see, tube has 6 faces. 1, 2. So let's learn. So the previous slide. Okay. 1. This is one phase, 2 phase. Behind one is 3rd phase, 4th phase, 5th phase, and 6th phase. There are 6 phases. Edges are your these corners. These lines are your edges. So basically, you have 12 edges. Okay. Edges are those lines. So you have 12 edges. Corners. Your corners are these points. Like here you have got 4 Down also you will get to see 4. That means you got how many corners? 8 corners. Now you need to know very well the difference between body diagonal and face diagonal. Face diagonal is this one is your face diagonal. This one is your face diagonal, that is around the face. But body diagonal will come from inside to here, from here to here. Like that you see 4 body diagonals, but face diagonals you see 12. Your face diagonal is this, your one face diagonal is this, here you have. But your body diagonal comes from this point right here. That's your body diagonal. Now you need to know the classification of unit cell on the basis of length and the interfacial angles. This you need to know it by heart. They can ask you the most symmetric one is what? It's cubic. Why? Because it is A equal to B equal to C and alpha equal to beta is equal to gamma is 90 degrees. It's the most symmetric form. But if you see triclinic, it's the most unsymmetric one because A is not equal to B, not equal to C, and alpha is not equal to beta, not equal to gamma. So you need to know them by heart. Okay. So this is the system. You need to know him by heart. You have 7 crystal system. Okay. And you need to know the axial lengths and the interaxial length. That is this and this. These two things are very important. Number of lattice is not that important, but you need to know this and this thoroughly. Now if you see a simple cubic lattice, you say what it is made up of. It is basically made up of atoms only at the corners. Like if you see, they are there only at the corners. Okay, that is a simple cubic lattice. When you see a body centered meaning atoms are there at the corners, but there will be one at the body center, like this fellow. Okay, you need to see, observe the structures properly. Then face centered, atoms are at the corners, plus there will be one atom at a face. How many atoms are there? How many faces are there for a cube? There are 6 faces. That means there will be 6 atoms. That means each face will have one atom. Okay, that's a face centered. Simple cubic, atoms present only in corners. Body centered, corners plus one at the body center. Face centered, there will be at the corners, that means 8 corners, so 8 atoms. 6 faces, 6 atoms you will see. That's what. Now let us study about unit cells. There are how many types of unit cells? Usually primitive and non-primitive. Primitive is the simple cubic cell which we studied earlier. That is a primitive, simplest one. And the non-primitive one is FCC, BCC1. Okay, this is FCC. Then you have to know the contribution per unit cell. Body centered, it is at the center, its contribution is 1. Corner, its contribution is 1 upon 8. Why do I say it is 1 upon 8? Because there are 8 atoms, and from 1 atom its contribution towards the unit cell is just 1. So it is 1 upon 8. From face center it is half. You need to know this by heart. Now to see the contribution from simple cubic unit cell, you need to know this. As I told you, for simple cubic unit cell the atoms are present only at the corners. There's just one example, that is nothing but polonium. Now this is your particular calculation, that how you calculate its contribution. How many atoms are there at the corners? 8. What's the contribution of the atoms at the corners? 1 by 8. So 8 gets cancelled. So the total contribution comes to 1. Next, for body centered unit cell. Atoms are present at the corners plus they are at the body center. Okay, they are at body center. So how do you find contribution? 8 atoms at the corners, and it will contribution is 1 by 8 plus body centered. How many are there? 1, and its contribution is also 1. So if you cancel 8, you get 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2. Okay, That is the contribution from body centered side. Face centered. Atoms are present at the corners plus they are at the face center. So how many are there at the corners? 8. So its contribution is 8 upon 1 upon 8 plus how many are there at the faces? 6 are there. 6 into half, which is nothing but this and this goes. You have 2 ones are, 2 threes are. So total comes to 4. Okay. So these are some general basic formulas. Actually there is a big derivation for it, which I cannot do it in the online like this, but definitely your teachers will teach you, or that's not important actually for entrance, but if you're interested you can look at any reference book and do. What is more important is to learn these formulas. Body diagonal, it is root of 3a. Face diagonal is root of 2a. This you don't have to remember by heart, but this is just used for any random calculation. For simple cubic, a is equal to 2r. BCC, a is equal to 4r upon root 3. FCC, 4r upon root 2. This is how you obtain your r. If you know this, you can calculate this. That is, if you say what I said for BCC beta, let me do and show one. Sorry. Okay, I'll do one and show. I said BCC A is 4r upon root 3. Now if I want to obtain r, it is nothing but r is this 3, root 3 will go, that's it. So it is root of 3 into a upon 4. That's how you obtain r. Same way you have to do this. This is some general formula. You can make a small chart and do. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Please, if you like my content, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and enhance your knowledge. Good luck.